Fire, 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 fire.
All right, let's do it. Uh-oh. What else? Women is cancelled.
Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So over the years, I've
I gotta
made
clean up my
many
desk, fuck.
videos talking about individuals leading cancellation campaigns targeting
Uh-oh.
content creators
Stinky.
and or companies over wrongthink and other problematic behavior.
Okay.
And in all those situations, it typically involves an individual who is a massive hypocrite by their own standards.
Yep.
And today we're farming more content
Let
involved.
me guess, they found something absolutely deranged. Considering what we saw in the tweet, every single virtue signal is just laid out on the table. I'd love to see what else they've done.
A situation just like that, but this one is special. This involves layers of hypocrisy that I have never seen before, including behavior that is quite frankly deranged and celebrating and even encouraging violence against those who think differently than the person leading the charge in this latest cancellation campaign.
Yeah.
Now, where do we begin? Well, we begin with the company Ooh Market, which is a merch company I've been working with.
That's my worst as well, you know, it's pretty cool, nice company, very kind
for
people.
around 4 years. They have been a great partner. Not only do they provide great merch, they're also someone who's had my back and the backs of many content creators who work with them. And as per usual, every time I have a current merch drop with them, somebody out there is trying to cancel the company. And this time, this individual is leading the charge, an individual named Kyle, who had this to say.
Kyles are the men Karens of the universe. If your name is Kyle, I'm sorry that you probably have a chance that you know a Kyle that is a crash outer. This guy is crashing out. Classic Kyle. Not to say every Kyle is a Kyle, but it's not every Karen is a Karen, but like statistically.
Calling out Ooh Market for working with grifters like Powder. Well, of course, promoting themselves.
I cannot stand people like this. I'm a creator. I'm an engineer. I'm a friend to those that agree with me, and everybody else can go die. If you disagree with me, well, you should. You know what I'm saying? 10 years ago, the meme was Kyle's drink monster and punch drywall, something like that. Yeah, well, they crash out. This guy's Kyle, and he's crashing out. He's living up to his name.
In the first reply of their post, canceling someone for being a grifter. Very ironic.
That word has completely lost its meaning.
We're going to get into the layers of hypocrisy and the deranged behavior of this individual in just a second, but I'm going to do the most logical thing in this situation, and that is promote myself.
Hey,
ladies and gentlemen, as I'm sure you're already aware, I have a plushie campaign with Ooh Market live right now. We are over 200% funded with about 2 weeks to go on this campaign.
Very nice.
Check it out, guys. It is the original Rev design here. I'll give you the 360 view. This little Revling needs a home, ladies and gentlemen. This not only greatly supports this channel, but it really sticks it to individuals like the main protagonist of this video who are trying to cancel Ooh Market and creators like myself. It really, really gets under their skin when you support campaigns like this. And not only will you accomplish that, you'll get a great product that supports this channel. I can't thank you guys enough for supporting this campaign. I'll put a link to this in the pinned comment and the description. Please give it a quick look, and if you want to support this campaign, I would greatly appreciate it.
Been nothing but nice to me, by the way.
Who is the individual that is leading this charge here? Well, it's this Kyle individual, and this is their post. So they say, hey, at Ooh Market, I see you're hitting my business email to strike a partnership. It's a big opportunity, and I appreciate you looking out for the boy, but I don't want to work with companies that
okay, too bad. Go somewhere else. No one gives a fuck. El Bozo.
Support grifters like Powder. If you ever start caring about real people, let me know. Maybe we can work something out. Till then, I'll figure it out on my own. No hard feelings, just standards. See ya. Well, first of all, this seems like it could have been a private conversation. Like if you have issues with Ooh Market, you could have just like emailed them back instead of making a public spectacle out of this entire situation and also try to rope in other content creators and try to cancel the company. And also, this is not their first rodeo here. They love this sort of Karen behavior, okay? They do want to speak to the manager any time they can. In fact, in the last month alone, this is now the 3rd time they've tried to get someone's sponsors removed. And
it's not always the same people, but it is always the same people. Actually, I would love to get this person canceled. By the way, didn't this inadvertently, like, make people, like, I don't know, go watch Powder and Rev even more because it's so funny that this guy is fucking crying and trying to go viral?
In this scenario right here, tagging companies like GamerSups because FanFan refused to, I guess, condemn the use of the dreaded R word in her community. And then you can see them tagging VLore, trying to, I guess, get VLore to drop one of their talents for being transphobic according to this individual, not knowing that the question is the owner of the company. So they're literally tagging the person they're trying to cancel to get action
clueless retard
made against them. It's very funny, but
hey, McDonald's CEO, I'm not gonna eat your McDonald's anymore. Okay, go off, queen. I don't care.
Sort of crux of their entire tweet, right, is focusing on the grifters, including Powder, who is a content creator we have talked about a bit recently. Powder derangement syndrome is a very real thing, just like many other derangement syndromes out there. And Powder would do what I guess any person would do in the situation.
Thank you for promoting my merch. Absolutely ratioed, by the way.
And mock it.
Holy
reply.
Shit.
I mean, that's the best thing you can do,
idiot.
Right? If someone's going to come after you, you can self-promote. They're basically opening the door for you. So Powder says, thanks for promoting my merch. They recently reached out to work on another project with me too. But I'm still deciding what's best for my people. And then Kyle really channels his inner Muujin with this deranged response, saying, oh hey, I know you. You're the effing loser that chuds pay to pretend to agree with them. I hope
this person lives in a reality where they can't fathom that people have disagreeing opinions and they might have other people that watch them. Imagine living in a world like that. Your worldview, like, this guy probably has never held down a job, like a real one. I just don't think the person like this actually has a proper job. You find out someone disagrees with you at your job, you probably try and get them fired. Oh no!
The thought of weird, stinky Nazis.
And by the way, implying all her viewers are Nazis, really weird, really weird.
Off to you keeps you up at nights. So not only is that first part just utter projection and just a complete crazy thing to say, that last part in particular, when are we going to start calling out this behavior? Like these weird sexualized comments. It's the second time this week a creator has said something like that to Powder. Muujin being the other one.
They'll say that, like, people are incels for calling out and saying, like, oh, well, this woman probably fucks boys. And they post about it on Twitter and they sound fucking racist, which it is. And it's like, these people don't even hear how fucking retarded they are. They just think it's okay because you disagree with them. They just say it to, like, add this weird shock value to it for some reason. Maybe it's like, I don't know, like a projection?
I mean, do you have to just, like, put pronouns in your bio to be immune to criticism when it comes to saying hyper-sexualized stuff?
They'll have to defend women, but then call women whores as soon as they disagree with them. Yeah, it's a convenience thing. That's why I say it's virtue signaling. You don't actually care about women or minorities. You're just being a fucking stupid idiot.
Completely unwarranted to other individuals on Twitter just because you're mad about them. And in this case, you're mad because they're a grifter. I mean, that's the whole point, right? They're not canceling her for any other sort of reason. They're saying they won't work with Market because Powder is a grifter. You know, all these grifters working with Market. let's talk about a grifter. Okay, this is what a grifter looks like.
Yeah.
Someone who makes a
I think a massive red flag for me is when people post and self-promote and ask for Cash App or like link their Twitch and stuff. I don't think you should do that as a content creator, because the people that fucking go to your tweet and like it and see it, they're not gonna go watch your stream. I'm sorry. They're like, it's like very small, and it just doesn't, like, I don't know. I've never done it myself, so I always thought it was a little bit weird.
Call-out post calling out grifters,
maybe
and the first thing they do,
I don't know, it's kind of weird,
is promote their Twitch stream.
Guys, go
in
check
the
out my
replies.
Cash App. Please give me money.
That's the first thing they do. That sounds like grifting behavior to me.
And I also think that, like, Twitter people aren't exactly, like, an amazing audience to have most of the time. I know there's some people that use Twitter that are fine, but, like, 99% of the time when a post goes viral like this, the people that want to come to your stream, they're usually not there to stick around. They're not usually are nice people to have in the community.
Okay? And then they respond to that saying, this one really made y'all mad, which means it served its purpose, which, you know, yeah, everyone's seething so much. Everyone's just pointing.
I'm not owned. I'm not owned. I continue insist as I slowly shrink and transform into a corn cob. Dude, Drill used to make such banger tweets, man.
And
Twitter.
Laughing at you for being a Karen and trying to get a company canceled and a creator having their sponsorship taken away for being a grifter. Meanwhile, this is you down here literally bragging about having 500,000 impressions in under a month on Twitter.
Don't worry about it, buddy. It doesn't actually pay the bills to have 500,000 impressions on Twitter. Yeah, it's actually not that much money because it's just people looking at it. It doesn't even like count as a proper view. It's people scrolling past it.
This is absolutely diabolical, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot believe this is crazy work. Bragging about Twitter impressions. Not only is it hypocritical when we're talking about grifting and all of this person clearly is thriving on the attention. They don't actually care about the post that they're making in the first place. But they're bragging about their Twitter impressions, which they're flexing on other people. Like, this is a different tweet where they're saying, get mogged, showing off their Twitter engagements. I mean, this is literal VTweeter behavior. They care more about Twitter impressions than anything else, let alone...
He's a numbers Andy. No, he's an absolute fucking poser. I don't know. Is he... I would even argue they probably became a VTuber like way later on.
The supposed campaign they're leading against market. And it gets even more ridiculous. They respond to their own post, quoting themselves when they're getting backlash, of course, saying, "You did it, kid," with a video.
I'm not mad. I'm gonna mute the tweet and stop talking about it. Meanwhile, posts like 1 million fucking tweets about it.
Showing that they have this sort of AI summary of the situation, and it features themselves. Now, this person doesn't really seem to understand that these sort of headlines, these AI-generated headlines, are largely focused on what you're looking at. So if you're looking at this situation a lot, as this person clearly is, because they're responding to literally dozens, if not hundreds of people over the situation, the algorithm in the search bar is going to give you some AI summaries of things you've been looking at. So obviously, it's going to give you this. I mean, things with a couple dozen people talking about it ends up in this AI summary. And also, AI? Right.
What's the meme of Obama giving himself a medal? It's literally this guy. Oh my god, you did it, kid. You got 1 million impressions on Twitter. You should, like, tell your next job application about it. Oh wait, no one cares.
Person hates AI, but they love to use it when it, I guess, serves the attention that they're seeking. But let's continue with the grifting, right? This person points out, complains that Powder is a grifter while grifting on X. Classic. And this person says, Kyle says, yes, because spreading the word about a bad merch company is grifting. Caught me red-handed. Now, if it wasn't bad enough, right? If it wasn't obvious enough that they're just doing this for attention and interactions on Twitter, realize this person has a blue check mark next to their name. Okay, they're
they make money off of it.
Elon Musk and Twitter to have this badge. It's around $10 a month, okay? And this means that you can earn revenue for your impressions. Look at this person.
All they care
about. And the way
about.
they've talked about blue check marks next to people's names for years.
Then go to Blue Sky. I don't understand. Why do all these people complain about Twitter? There's literally a competitor, but you refuse to use it because nobody fucking uses it, apparently.
Years.
Huh,
saying number
that's
one,
crazy.
It's basically a label for conservatives. And also, anytime you see a check mark, you know you're about to see the dumbest effing opinion known to man. This time saying this website is literally just a bunch of vapid Twitter blue users farming.
This person's, by the way, if this person is actually an engineer, I would be concerned for whatever they do. Because they spend so much time fucking tweeting on fucking Twitter.
Engagement through the same low effort BS. Another one saying, that's it, I've had it. I've installed an extension to block every single paid Twitter blue user. The irony is palpable, ladies and gentlemen, but wait, the blue checkmark actually goes even further. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you, your trans ally. Yes, that's right. Not only are they a person who seems to be supporting the Hogwarts legacy harassment
every fucking time, bro.
Campaign back in 2023,
Guys,
they said this about Twitter blue users. That Twitter
guys, a tweet is gonna make a difference to trans people, guys. I support you. Trust me.
Blue is a direct line to another famous anti-trans billionaire dweeb. So they believe that buying Twitter blue is directly funding anti-trans billionaires like Elon Musk. It's harming trans people. Well, a month after that, they say, Happy International Trans Day of Visibility.
I noticed that they said Free Palestine, but they probably still go to McDonald's and Starbucks to get their coffee every morning. Interesting.
I will fight for you until the day I die.
These people are such virtue signalers.
Well, I guess the fight ended, and also, I guess they're no longer visible because they don't really seem to care too much, because then they went out and bought Twitter Blue, which apparently is hurting trans people by their own standard. You can't make this up, ladies and gentlemen. But actually, it gets worse. So in another tweet about Twitter Blue, they say, if I see one more dumb blue check with a name like blah, 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 that can't spell, I'm going to do something drastic. And then down here, they make this meme, which...
How many fucking tweets does this person have? 18,000? Bro! Another one! It's just always the same shit. 18,000 tweets!
At first, I want to pretend is just a meme and a joke, but then again, this person does seem genuinely unhinged. And this is where it gets a lot darker, ladies and gentlemen. Number one...
Registered in 2011. It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters how many fucking... how long you've had an account for. First of all, you'd have to know the spread. That's still way too many tweets!
As I say... with every single person who's acting a fool on Twitter and talking about empathy and trying to do the right thing, keyword search Charlie Kirk. And you'll see Kyle here celebrating the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Celebrating the fact that his wife is now a widow and his children will grow up without a father because he was assassinated for his political views. And look at this. Look at the switch up. Back in 2018, Kyle here, tagging a literal dead man, by the way, tagging XXX Tentacion.
Oh my god, these people need to get off the internet. Social media has done irreversible damage to people's brains. This person is tagging... like, who... like, I know who this guy is. He was a rapper that got shot and killed. Yeah, I know who he is, but it's like...
talking about how he changed so many lives with his music, and he didn't deserve to die.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, interesting. He has empathy for a guy who, by the way, in an audio recording, admitted to beating the lights out of his girlfriend. That guy didn't deserve it. And the trial, by the way, never completed because, well, he passed away before the trial was completed. That was back in 2018. He thinks he deserves empathy, but then when Charlie Kirk's assassinated, he's jumping up and down for joy, celebrating it because he didn't like his opinions, his political beliefs.
No.
2018 to now. You know what this is called, ladies and gentlemen? This is called radicalization. This is radicalization. This is years in the works. You have a person tweeting this
and nobody told him to stop. Or people do tell him to stop, but it's not enough. Now he's out of control. He just doesn't know when to stop.
Back then, showing empathy for XXXTentacion of all people, and then celebrating the assassination of someone like Charlie Kirk. This doesn't happen overnight, and it is absolutely outrageous to see. But it doesn't end. It continues. Back in 2023, you can see Kyle here telling Kid Rock to off himself. Why, you ask exactly? Because Kid Rock posted a video boycotting blue light. And according to Kyle, well, that's a step too far. Also, Kyle has an issue with chibi reviews and is a hypocrite yet again. So, responding to this post where Chibi was talking about a very dire situation he was in, a very tough road he was in at the moment. If you know, you know. If you're aware of the situation, he was
Blue Light. I think it was Bud Light over the beer, and now guess what? Bud Light is back to the old days. That's right.
Going through a horrible time, and Kyle would respond by calling him a predator grifter. And then when someone points out that, well, you can't tell the difference between fiction and reality.
Again, someone needs to check this guy's hard drives. I don't know.
Kyle calls that person a predator as well, and then says, keep yourself safe, which, you know, just use the first letters of these three words, and it is a way of subtly, not so subtly, telling someone to off themselves. So not only do they continue that behavior, but they're saying you're a predator over fictional content. Well, unfortunately for this guy, he's a hypocrite once again, saying he stumbled upon an anime called The Night. And it's one of the most beautiful and serene shows he's ever seen. Well, Kyle, did you know that there's like fan service and romance involving a character in her 30s and a 14-year-old?
No.
What does that make you?
No, that's different, bro. It's because it's a guy. You don't even get it, bro. You don't get it.
By your own standards, because you can't separate fiction from reality, apparently. Yeah, many such cases.
It's fine when it's
your likes are public moment. We don't even need likes to be public anymore. People just post things that out themselves as massive hypocrites over fiction. But of course, we'll add in Asmongold derangement syndrome as well.
Let me guess. He says he stinks and smells bad, doesn't refute any of Asmon's points, and calls him ugly, and it doesn't have teeth. I literally haven't seen this video. I'm just predicting what they're going to say. Either smells bad, doesn't refute any points, both, or calls him ugly.
Because, of course,
his teeth
Kyle tagging Asmongold, saying your dad would be ashamed of the Nazi son.
Oh, the parasocial projection. Damn it, I should have known. That's another one. That's a classic of like, your mom and dad would hate you. All right. Parasocial Andy. Yeah.
Has become glad he's not around to have to watch you make a fool of yourself.
God, if I could say the words I could on Twitch, I'd get banned. You're such a loser.
Well, number one, you're glad
the guy's
he passed away. That's a very insane and disgusting and ghoulish thing to say. But
that's because Hassan said it, and Hassan is, I don't know why he fucking does that. Hassan is the one that brought up and was like, your dad would have been ashamed. Even though Hassan was actually very nice to Asmon and said, I'm sorry your dad passed away, he then immediately brought it up again a couple of weeks later and just said, like, yeah, if Asmon's dad was around, he would not agree with the things that he said.
Also,
he would not
let's
like
think
where
about
he's
the
going.
label you're attaching here. Who sounds more like that? Asmongold or the guy who's constantly wishing death and violence upon people who think differently than him? I wonder who the label applies more fairly to. On top of that, you're glad he's not alive to see Asmon make a fool of himself? Have you seen what kind of a fool you've been on the internet?
Also, his dad was alive for, like, all the time he streamed. Like, why... These people are such tourists. It's like his dad didn't know what he was doing. What? He would even call him on stream and, like, correct him on facts and stuff, and it was kind of cute in an endearing way where he was just being a little know-it-all and stuff.
In fact, you've been such a fool that recently you had to take a break from Twitter. This person's been on Twitter since 2011, by the way.
My God.
Despite saying how much they hate it, they can't leave. This is their hellscape. They cannot escape whatsoever. In fact, their latest crash out, their latest break that lasted 2 seconds, was because they were getting so upset about things.
Dude, this guy is probably like rivals Binted, honestly. At least this guy streams.
That they were afraid they were going to take it out on people they care about. That they're so unhinged that they're going to take it out on other people. Like, are you proud of yourself? Are you proud of your behavior? Are you proud of this campaign you're launching against Ooh Market, attacking all these people? And as pointed out by Darling Straub, my wife, she quoted Kyle saying, trying to drag a good company that has done nothing but try to support VTubers into your petty internet drama is very lame. And then she says, anyways, buy my plushie. Because yes, ladies and gentlemen, my wife's plushie is live as well. She is 150% plus funded as well. If you want to check out her adorable plushie, you can as well. I'll put a link underneath mine as well. Please support her campaign if you wish as well. She is absolutely killing it. I'm very proud of her. She is doing a great job on this campaign. But
very nice.
You might notice something about her quotes. It says this post is unavailable. Well, that's because Kyle blocked her instantaneously, by the way, as soon as she
That's exactly what Benton did too. Within about 3 minutes when I reamed him out and I said, you're not going to take a Twitter break. You're never going to stop posting about other people because you're a fucking loser. You don't have a job. You have nothing going for you. This is your life. And he fucking instantly, I shit you not, it was within about 3 minutes of my reply, immediately blocked me. And I'm pretty sure he still has me blocked.
This out. And by the
way,
way,
didn't block me before
very
that.
measured, rational, reasonable response. Okay, nothing rude. And blocking Straub in this fashion is very ironic, given the fact this guy, in like the last day, was mocking people who have to screenshot and post about someone's tweets because they're blocked. What do you think he does with my wife? He blocks her and then talks about her tweets.
We upset her. I blocked her first.
A screenshot.
Wah.
The hypocrisy literally never ends. And then Kyle says, uh-oh, we upset Queen Chud with this one. Well, if she's Queen Chud, I guess I'm the King Chud. But yeah, let's check out that label because, ladies and gentlemen, we can check the label of Chud. In case you missed it, some very sane individual made an entire...
That was so fucking silly, dude.
A Google spreadsheet of all the VTubers out there, hundreds if not thousands of VTubers, labeling them as various titles like woke, unclear, lean woke, lean chud, or in the case of my wife, a chud. Now, the only, I guess, evidence provided here is that she has a YouTube channel. There's no actual reason provided. It's just her YouTube channel. And as you can see, this is the very chuddy behavior over here. Yeah, I know. Very hateful conduct over here. I mean, what else can you say? But Kyle would then continue. Because that wasn't enough attention. So Kyle then...
Bro, how many tweets is this now? When are you gonna stop? How many times are we gonna teach you this lesson, old man? You're not winning by replying to every person.
And would quote himself with a screenshot of Powder's interaction saying, update, a second plane has hit the towers. Kyle versus the chud final bosses, showing off his weird comments that he made to Powder. Like, first of all, you picked a fight with Powder, and she responded,
literally threw rocks at her and tried to get her canceled, and then when it backfired and it didn't go your way, you shit your pants and ran.
Now you're basically saying that everyone's coming at...
I know I'm labeled as a chud. I looked at it. I thought it was fucking stupid but funny. I literally commented on it.
After you, like, what kind of victim mentality is this? Reminder that these are the people leading these campaigns to get people's sponsors pulled. They are completely and utterly unhinged.
Yep.
And when you apply any level, any degree of their own standards back at them, they're not only hypocrites, they're genuinely deranged. Like, have you... just look at the behavior I have shown. This is a person who is showing some tendencies that, like, should raise eyebrows, okay? But this is the person trying to morally grandstand about who's allowed to work with what company, and is wagging their finger in your face. Well, guess what? I will continue to work with Uwu Market with pride, and again, if you want to support this company and me, check out my campaign and check out my page. Visit my other merch. I have a whole page with Uwu Market. Please go ahead and check them out. I feel like I don't promote my page enough with them. They've been an absolute honor to work with. I can say that on behalf of me and my wife, Straub. They have been an absolute pleasure to work with. And I know people who have ordered from them, love the merch, and that will be just something I really appreciate. And they've always had our back. And thanks again to people like Kyle for giving the greatest promotion for this company completely without any nobody asked for this. They just did this on their own. So thanks, I guess. But that's gonna do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm streaming on YouTube on a regular basis. Started on March 1st. I'm streaming multiple times a week. Would love to see you there. So do all the things I just mentioned, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll see you next time.
Thanks for the crash out, Kyle. Thanks for making us content. Thanks for promoting Uwu Market and Powder. Wow, that really didn't backfire on your dumb ass. I swear, these people are so dumb. They're so stupid. Yeah, I don't get it. Just the craziest virtue signal I've ever seen. Guys, if I say every single thing, someone will fuck me, please. Please. So cringe. Go check them out. Everyone who disagrees with me is a freaking Nazi! Fuck. Fucking crazy assholes. Yeah! What did you think, chat? You think it backfired on him? I think so, huh? Yeah, crazy stuff.
Fire, 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 fire.